Tactile Engineering logo. Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Schleppenbach and I'm here with Greg to demo PowerPoint using the Cadence.
Let's go ahead and pull up this PowerPoint from the Eclipse. And so what pops up then is the first slide of the PowerPoint. And the way this works is it shows me the elements as they are, basically in the order they occur on the slide. So the first thing I have are 3 images that I can explore in more detail if I want to. Then I have, it tells me that I've got heading level 1, so the biggest heading, feeling is believing, and then how the blind experience the eclipse and space science, and then the date, etc. So here I can pan or go to the rest of the content on the page with the pan left and pan right keys. Right arrow will move me to the next slide. And so again, how did the blind experience, and then a set of bullet points, picture, sports, games, an eclipse, and then we have images corresponding to each of those. So if I click on an image, it will depend on the image how well it displays, and I have no idea what any of these are, so we're just going to guess. So for instance here, you can see what it brings up as the default.
I think it's supposed to be a man in sunglasses, like he's looking at the eclipse.
Well, so I could possibly see that. So then I can zoom in on the image a little bit to look at it in greater detail. And I can scroll around the image, and then we've kind of made him disappear off the image a little bit, but you can zoom in there. So I assume up here we've got his head. And every image is a little different. You have to zoom and find the right point on the image to look at, and potentially get the contrast of the dots, or what we call the dot threshold, correct. The way this works, and the way I have used it when I'm doing presentations, is what I will do is I'll bring up my PowerPoint presentation in PowerPoint. So that's what they'll see on the screen. And then as I move through the slides in my PowerPoint presentation, I'll move through the slides on the Cadence as well, so that I have the same content displayed for me that the audience is seeing. And normally in a presentation setting, I'm not going to spend time, I know what the images are, so I'm not going to spend time actually looking at the individual images, but it gives me the content, the text, so that I don't have to try to remember what it was I was supposed to say. I actually have reference to the content that was, on the slides as I'm presenting, which is nice because, previously what I would end up doing is making like a text version of my PowerPoints and then putting them on my single line display. So I'm looking at one line of text at a time. So I scroll, every time I'm reading, get to the end of the line, have to hit a button to move to the next line, hit a button, move to the next line. So there's no way to kind of skim quickly just to make sure I'm remembering the points. I have to actually read it as I'm going, which becomes a bit choppy. But so this way allows me to look at my content at the same time. And actually do it within, instead of having it saved as a text file or something, I can actually use the same PowerPoint file.
Tactile Engineering logo and our
And
website.
if I need to look at an image, I can, but